Bună seara, dragi oameni buni, și bun venit la o ediție cât se poate de specială a emisiunii Cancan Exclusiv. Am emoții pentru că astăzi cumva cred că este primul invitat de tip internațional pe care îl am alături de mine. E o onoare. Nico Cutugno is here with us. Hello Nico, we started Cancan Exclusiv, we started the show. Please say hello to the people.
Hello to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Where do you live now?
Sorry?
Where do you live now? In Italy, but where?
Yeah. I live in Milan.
What is your job now?
Okay. My job, I own a creative agency. We do video and we create websites for companies, basically.
I asked you before, why didn't you follow the way of your father? So basically, why are you not singing?
Well, I actually write songs and sing, but it's more for let's say my passion and my personal. It's like a hobby. I mean, I didn't want to follow my father at first, maybe because it was not easy for me to be perceived as the son of a famous person, and I didn't want to be considered as a spoiled kid that didn't do his own journey. So that was when I was younger. Maybe it's because I was afraid to be judged by people. But then I started to play guitar and sing my own songs. So actually now I am doing both. I will be actually in Romania like next week for a tribute concert that a band will do in honor of my father, and they asked me to come and sing my song. So
you will sing in Romania on 20 of November. Yes. So Romanian people will see you singing.
Yeah.
Can you sing us, I don't know, 10 seconds of your play?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please. Dragi oameni buni, Nico s-a dus să-și ia chitara. And now he's back with his guitar. And now listen to Nico Cutugno.
Okay, this was not prepared, but I will try.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a song I actually wrote for my father, and it goes like this. Passage. Hola. Il mare è bello, se ci sai stare allora abbracciami e torna a cantare, chiudi ancora gli occhi perché i mostri possano piacere. So this is a small piece of the song I will sing in Romania, and I wrote this song like a couple of years ago for my father. So it's a song I care a lot. I don't know if you could hear it because I don't have a microphone here, but that's it.
It's just perfect. We heard you perfect. Did your father listen to this song? What did he say?
Yeah, so my father did listen to this song actually, and he he liked it. I mean, he was emotional because this song talks about like it's I encourage my father. I say close your eyes and go back to singing.
Okay.
So that's the main thing, because my father, when he used to do concerts and singing in general, he would always close his eyes because he was a shy person.
Okay.
So this song is actually a way of reminding him to do music and to sing and to play his songs, because in the last period um, he he kind of went away from music, and this was a way to say, hey dad, just go back and sing and you will feel better for sure.
Have you ever been on the stage with your father at a concert?
Yeah. I did sing a song. We were in Israel
Okay.
back in 2016, and yeah, I wanted to sing this song that I really care about. It's Hallelujah of Jeff Buckley, and it was a very nice context to play this song. So he invited me on stage, and that was basically the only time I had the opportunity to sing with him on stage.
Okay. Have you ever been to Romania before? I know he came to
Yeah,
Romania many times. Did he take you with him in Romania?
yeah. I actually came twice, if
Okay.
I'm not wrong, in Romania. Both times I was in Bucharest, and I really liked it. I was much younger. I was probably 18 years old.
Okay.
So I'm very excited for next week to visit Romania again and to see a different city, because it will be Cluj-Napoca.
Okay. When you come to Bucharest, you have a plane to Bucharest, right? You will have a plane to
Uh,
Bucharest?
they are sending me the tickets today, so I don't know if it's a direct flight from Milan to Cluj-Napoca or if it's going to be through Bucharest.
Okay, if you come to Bucharest, we can take you to some restaurants and to have a tour here if you want it. It would be
That's for sure,
a
yeah.
pleasure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Does the ex-wife of your father come to Romania on 20 November with you?
No, she will not come. She's at the moment she doesn't feel very well. I mean, nothing serious, but she has this flu, and I don't think she's gonna be able to fly to Romania next week.
Okay, so you basically grew up in a house with Toto, Mr. Toto, and his ex-wife. Am I right?
Well, I was born in Rome,
Okay.
so for the first 20 something years of my life, we did not live together because he was living in Milan, where I am right now.
Yes.
But then for the university, I moved to Milan, and we were living very close to each other, less than a kilometer, but I had my own house. So I never really lived with him within the same house. But I mean, when I came to Milan, we hang out a lot, and we were meeting in his recording studio, and of course I was visiting him. Yeah.
So his relationship with Christina, your mother, was good all this time.
Yeah, they you know, having me as their own son, it was a way for them to keep talking and have a parent relationship. So I was very lucky. I am very lucky to, you know, to have had this life where my parents would actually have a good relationship, you know.
So your relationship with his ex-wife, it's good right now? You are talking, you are taking care of each other?
Yeah, of course. I I always had a good relationship with Carla, the wife or ex-wife of my father,
Yes.
and and we love each other. I mean, it's family for me. So of course we have a good relationship.
What is the greatest advice your father told you, if you can tell me, please?
Yeah. You know, my father was a very generous and humble person. So what I really liked about him is that he was always very kind with people, especially people that had, you know, like normal jobs and everyday people. I never saw my father, like for example, when he was having concerts and traveling around, he was always kind with the people, like the technicians or the people who, you know, bring the luggages in the room. So this is something I always appreciated, the fact that he never forgot that he came from nothing, from a very poor family, and regardless of the success, he was always very kind with these kind of people, and so I think this is something that is a big lesson, especially in the world of today, where you know, we tend to glorify success, and I think I'm in the same vibe of my father. I try to be as humble as I can and just remember that I'm just a person. So there's no need of acting like a superstar or something like this. I think this behavior makes people feel very lonely.
Have you felt lonely about this, about your situation, about getting the name of Cutugno?
Yes. More than lonely, it's a matter of not being accepted from the people around you, because you always have the feeling that people think because your father is a famous person or has money and this kind of stuff, that you are not like them and that you don't understand the normal things of life, which is not true, because at the end of the day, you know, I don't think that having fame or money can solve your psychological problems, or of course it makes life easier on certain aspects.
Yes.
Like you can travel, you can buy clothes, but this doesn't make you happy or satisfied with your life, you know. It's just accessories. So I think it was much harder for me when I was a kid, because, you know, kids can be very cruel.
Yes.
Not cruel, but I mean, like their parents. I remember when I was going to school, some of the kids wanted to hang out with me or to come to my house or whatever, because they were hoping to meet my father. And basically, I think it was the parents of these kids that would say, hey, go to Nico because his father is famous and whatever. So Yeah, probably when I was a kid, I felt lonely because of this. But then, as life goes on, I learned better and better how to stay with people that are authentic and that they don't really care who's your father, or how much money you have in the
In the account,
account,
in the bank account. Yes.
yeah, or what car you drive. I mean, it's I think I am very lucky, but also I am very lucky because since I was a kid, sometimes my father would go and do concerts and fly with private planes and like having these nice cars and whatsoever. So as I was a kid, I learned right away what it means to be wealthy, to live like a luxurious life. Um, and despite this money thing, I saw my father, suffering for the disease, or, like, you understand that even if you drive a Maserati, you can get cancer, and nobody is going to save you just because you have money. So nowadays, especially on Instagram, you see that there is this,
Happiness all around.
yeah, and fake happiness, showing off. I have an expensive clock, a watch, or I drive a Mercedes or whatever. But then I know deep inside my heart that these things doesn't change your life on the profound level. So I was never in a hurry to become a millionaire, or showing off my properties or these kind of things, because as a kid I saw all these things, and in a way people think, yeah, but you're rich, you're the son of a famous person, why you talk? I talk because I know what it means to fly on a private jet and at the same time being depressed because you miss your father, or because you can't hug him every night, so I think this was a very helpful lesson for
The depression was before, when you are younger, or is it a thing that you live now that your father passed away?
well, I had depression few times in my life. I think it's because I am a very sensitive person, and life can be hard sometimes. So it's not now that he passed away. Now it's more, of course, I miss him and I'm sad. But depression is something else. Depression is a clinical disease, and I think it's very important to speak about it and to not be ashamed, because many people, especially young people, maybe they feel depressed, but they don't have the courage to ask for help and to actually see a doctor, or to just try to overcome it, and they try maybe on their own, or with drugs, or with alcohol, or whatever, because oftentimes depression is associated with weakness, and you're not cool if you're depressed, but I like to be honest also on this, and say that depression can happen to everybody. It's just a matter of how your brain goes out of balance, and to overcome it, I think it's very important to ask for help. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been to a psychologist,
Yeah.
and it helped you? So you felt that your mood is getting better by going to a
Of course,
psychologist?
yeah, of course. I still go to a psychologist.
Okay.
I think it's very helpful, even if now I don't feel depressed or like I feel happy about my life. Um, but going to the psychologist, it's like it's like learning how to drive. When you don't have the license, you don't know that sign is for you to stop, or that sign is the speed limit, or whatever. You don't know. Then you study, and as you drive on the street, you recognize those signs. So if you go to the psychologist, doesn't make you automatically feel better. It's not a magic spell, or it's not a magician that transforms your life.
Okay.
It's more about learning the signals that you have along the way, and once you learn, you are able to at least be aware of what is going on and to do maybe different choices.
And
And
manage you better your life.
exactly.
Okay.
It's just a matter of being more aware of the choices and do better choices as you grow. And I think during time you just feel better and better. But I mean, this is just my experience.
Okay. I have a personal question. I know your father was loved all around the world. I mean, there are all the women, I don't know, who wanted to stay next to him at least for 1 second. So what are you successful with the ladies? Are you married? You have a girlfriend? You have children? What's your status now?
Yeah. So I have a girlfriend,
Yes.
and I'm very happy with her. We are not married, and we don't have children at the moment. But yeah, I think it's very important to have a person you can trust next to you. I think, of course, in life. Sorry. Of course, in life you have Kim. I have a dog. Sorry.
Yeah.
In life you have different phases. Like I used to be single, and I've never been someone like looking for a one night stand. I didn't really care of just meeting someone with no reason and sleep, and then the next day let's move on. I never had this attitude. But yeah, to answer your question, I think I always had a good relationship with girls, just because I think that they always felt like I'm not some kind of conquistadores, or someone that feel like a macho and needs to just show off. But I always been more humble and friendly. So I think this is something that has helped me to do my experiences in life.
Did your father meet this girl? I don't know. What was it easy for you to get a girl that didn't want to get along with your name or for your name?
No, it was not easy. But at the end of the day, I think it's like the name and fame gets curiosity.
Okay.
They probably wanted to know more, but I don't think that. I mean, if you are somehow smart, or just like if you are able to recognize people for their intentions, I think it's not that hard to find people that don't care about your last name or the money. Of course, if you go every day in the clubs and you're drunk and whatsoever, and you just want to be, I think the important is to not be afraid of being alone, because if you always want to have people next to you, you will always find people that wants something from you. That can be either company, opportunities, money, or whatever. But I think if you are surrounded by the very few people that actually care about you and love you, it's it's easy.
Okay. Thank you. We have to finish this interview. It was an honor for me, but I have the one last question. What is your favorite song of your father? So we can play it here after we finish the interview.
Yeah. I would say Solo Noi.
Saronai. Okay, thank you. It was a pleasure, Nico. Have a great day. Have a nice day. When this interview is ready and uploaded on the internet, we will give it a link to you. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. Thank you. And
Thank you so much.
Be blessed. Thank you.
You too. Bye bye.
Dragi oameni buni, eu am fost Sabin Tudor, acesta a fost episodul de Cancan exclusiv pe care va trebui să-l și traducem, să facem o subtitrare cum trebuie. Ne vedem pe YouTube și cu ceilalți invitați. Să aveți o seară extraordinară. Pa, pa!